Hey everybody, Sledgehammer6. Welcome back to Destiny 0 to 40 Warlock playthrough. Unfortunately, in this episode, it's a little bit of a cluster. I actually recorded this video probably over a week now ago and didn't do any audio with it, didn't do any voice. And am just getting around now to doing the voice. When I did this particular episode, I said, we're going to go into the strike, our first strike, get it done, and that effort turned into an absolute disaster. I had two people that you'll see, the two people in my fire team didn't bother to join. I got booted from the strike no less than twice. It was just a disaster. Then I decided to reshoot the video, this time with voice. And that turned out to be a disaster for a couple reasons. Number one, it threw us into the strike about halfway through. So not a huge deal, but the bigger deal is that I recorded it without any audio again. I thought my mic was on, and of course it wasn't recording. So it's just a debacle all the way around. So I'm finally getting around now to putting some audio to this video. And yeah, so let's get into it. I'll just sort of narrate as we go. This is the first strike that we get to do. It is, as you'll see here in a minute, hopefully. Oh, I'm headed to the tower. It's the strike on Earth. It's the Sepix Prime strike. It's kind of a cool strike. I like it. It's got some neat aspects to it, as you'll see. So hopefully I remembered to put on that black wax idol. I don't know if I did. So just sort of checking out what I've got here before we head into the actual strike itself. I think I may go to the tower here and pick up a few bounties just to make sure I have those. We'll see. So we're going to work on some of these other side quests too. Things like leveling up our character, getting certain kills while in our radiance, things of that nature. So I also recorded the next episode already, which is some patrols and completing the patrol quest. That turned out to be somewhat of a debacle as well. I went back and re-recorded the audio, and the same issues. For some reason, my mic was on, but was not recording. So I'll have to go back and redo the audio on that after I'm done with this. So let's go talk to Ikora, figure out what she has to say.
All part of the plan. Good luck, Guardian.
And it looks like we get a little nice new bond, which we will equip for ranking up to level 10. Character level 10, that is. So that'll increase our light level a little bit, up to 42 now, and we'll dismantle that. Take the Glimmer. Not a very exciting bond, but none of the greens are at this point. I'm going to check out here, make sure that there's not some higher gear that we want to go into this strike with. Maybe something that would increase our light level. It's kind of a guessing game at this point. No, it's not really a guessing game, but what you're trying to do is find a big enough difference between your current light level and the light level on the gear being offered, keeping in mind that you are going to get a lot of drops in-game. So sometimes like a difference of 3 there is not that great. A difference of 10 or even 13 is much better, and there's no reason why you can't pick up that gear. So that's what I've done here. Just trying to get that light level as high as possible so we can go into this strike and do a lot of damage. So ironically, we'll get rid of some of these greens in favor of some common armor that is higher light level. So I'm just going to make sure that Zavala doesn't have anything new for us. He doesn't. For some reason, those much higher level quests are coming up for this new character. So I'm not sure if that's a mistake or intentional from Bungie, but Regardless, it's neither here nor there for us. We will let them be. So I'm going to go make sure that there's not some bounties that we want to pick up. It's always a good idea to check up on the bounty board before you go out and do anything. It's essentially free experience and free rep increases. So you might as well pick them up. I try to pick up the ones that I know are going to be ones that I can work on almost without thinking about them when I'm out doing activities. Alright, so let's jump into the Devil's Lair strike. I think I kept calling it the Sepix Prime strike. That's the boss that you fight at the end. So we'll see how this goes. I'm going to get match made here. It's going to be a disaster, like I said at the beginning of the video. I'll try to edit out the in-between times, especially when I get booted by Bungie's servers and I'm waiting with a black screen. I'll try to skip through that and just kind of show you the highlights. I think what I'll do as well is I'll show you the first part of the strike in this particular video clip, and then I've got some like I said, I have some subsequent video clips where we are where it put me into the strike further up with a much better fire team, and that'll be a better some better video to show you. Okay, super. So you load in here in the rocket yard. No need to waste your time with any of the enemies in this location. Just jump on that sparrow and head on my path right here, right through this area. We'll get into a little bit of this area in some of the next episode when we go through on patrols, but this is your waypoint that you're headed to. And as you can see, neither of the individuals with whom I've been paired have deemed it necessary to play in this strike. I'm not really sure why. Maybe there was a public event, but... So you've got a first area here. Nothing too difficult. Some Fallen, some Hive. Clear them out. And I'm remembering now that I did not equip that Black Wax Idol, so we are not picking up Glimmer when we could be, which is unfortunate. But not the end of the world. So, work through these enemies. Like I said, not a big deal. Nothing too major. Here's me looking back at wondering what the heck those guys are doing, and already concluding that this is going to be not a great video. So, alright, make your way over here. Now there's a big battle going on. It's up to you. You can engage or you can hang back. I think I wanted to... oh, I do pop that. Look at that. Alright, I'm thinking. So, work on the wizards. The wizards can cause you a lot of problems. Wizards first, knights second. Then work on the ads. They're a little less of a problem. So, you'll just have to work through that. We've got a captain over there who's pretty heavily shielded. You've got some snipers in the back you're going to want to take care of too. They can be a serious pain in the rear. Yeah, there you go. Nice. Some good headshots. There's the grenade. Well played. Alright, so now you've got most of those front enemies taken care of with the exception of him. So now work your way over. Take care of these guys. I think I thought I had my grenade there and I didn't. I'm used to playing with 2 grenades as a Sunsinger, so I think intuitively I expected to have a grenade. A second grenade, that is. So you'll clear out those ads, and then you'll begin this first sort of encounter portion of the mission. Go ahead and collect ammo. You're going to need it. There's a spot back there that you can hide in if you are really pressed, and just pick enemies off one by one. I guess it's fine if you're underleveled for this strike by light or character, but typically up here is not a bad place to hide either. Once you're strong enough light level, you can get right down there in the thick of things and just waste enemies, but we are not quite there yet. You do have to watch out, as you'll see, for enemies that'll pop up here just like that one did. They will spawn there from that door on your right. Take care of those snipers. There's a series of them that'll come up on that ledge throughout the strike. After you can take care of them, you're going to have to work on taking care of the ads and then taking care of the shielded captains that are down there. Again, always making sure that you're aware of your surroundings. Don't stay locked in your scope for too long. You are going to want to see when those guys pop up, just like they just did. Throughout this encounter, they will get progressively more aggressive, especially the Vandals. The dregs are typically not a problem, like those ones, but when when the Vandals start popping up, you know you're in trouble. So good to have a sniper rifle here. I think I'm gonna keep my shotgun equipped for when those Vandals, like I said, start coming up. And here, I'll pop the old super. Try to take care of some business here with grenades. Not quite sure what I'm aiming at. Oh, that was a pro throw right there, though. So once you've cleared out a number of the enemies, you will start to get these shanks. Again, take care of them as quickly as you can. Because they will ruin your day. So I'm going to go down here, see what's going on with this guy. He wants to play hide and seek. That's fine. So think that that's wave 1. Maybe not. Can't remember. Should have been wave 1. Oh, there's another shielded captain. That's why. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go down and get him.
It's like the entire system is wired to I'll work faster.
There we go. So that's, as you can see, that's mesh layer deactivated 1 of 3. There's 2 more. Those guys still are not joining the fight, which is super annoying. This would be going a lot quicker, but as you can see, this is definitely doable solo, at least this beginning portion here. Oh, there's an invisible guy over there. Let's forget about him. So take care of him. And like I said, those are the Vandals that will get aggressive. They will come up there. You do have to be mindful of it. Alright, so there should be now a wave of, in this second wave, there's a wave of another shielded or invisible enemy. There should be now a wave of hive that will come out as soon as we take care of these captains, which are super annoying. They do that sort of, I don't know what you call it, a phase jump, blink, if you will. A teleport, that's the word I was looking for. Teleport is super annoying, but if you look closely, you will see that they do sort of give away the direction that they're going in. they leave kind of a trail when they teleport. So do use that to your advantage, especially when you are ADS, aiming down sights, like with a sniper rifle or something like that. So as you can see, we cleared off that bounty. Wasn't really even thinking of it. Those are the best kind to pick up, especially when you're doing some strikes. So we'll pull out the heavy here and see if we can't take care of these. Yeah, they will just literally spawn right up there, which I think Bungie does on purpose for the level design, which is fine. I mean, you want to make it a little challenging for people who, like me, are kind of sort of hanging out in the same place, letting the fight come to them. So not a big deal. So there's your radar. Use it. Again, another Vandal that decided to pop up. And as you can see coming up, I am about to get booted. Just super. Okay, so we're back in it. And unfortunately, you'd like to think that I could just run right back and get right back into the action. The music's playing, everything's very dramatic. But as you can see, the game decides to boot me yet again. Just right about there. Okay, so I finally get back into this strike. There's one of my fire teammates. I give him a little high five for being a jerk, and we go back into that area. Now, what I'm going to do is show you the rest of clearing the mesh layer here, this final wave here in this part of the strike, and then I'm going to cut it and probably use some of the video footage from my other video that didn't have any audio, unfortunately, as well, as I explained earlier, of me getting actually loaded into the strike about halfway through. So after this area and then into the next area. So I think that's where I will pick up the video once we get through with this portion of it. So it'll be, you'll see I get loaded in with two different individuals who are already into the strike and have completed this portion of it. Alright, so again, you've got some ads, some cloaked invisible vandals to take care of, and a few shielded captains. This is still the phase, part 2 of 3, where you are dealing also with some of the hive. You can find a nice hiding spot, like I said, off there to the right, and just let these two factions go at each other, but that's kind of a boring way to do the strike. This is much more involved. And a little worried there, 2 more of those wizards come out, so we're going to pop the super and throw some really horrible grenades. Really, really horrible grenades to see if we can take care of those wizards. That guy finally decides to join the fight, which is just super. As you can see, it's a lot easier when you've got a full fire team. Yep, I'm still a little mad at him for being such a jerk. But that's the way it goes. Sometimes you get great fire teams, sometimes you get crappy ones. Alright, so getting ready for that third wave to come through. Right before it does, though, there'll be a wave of these shanks to take care of. They come on the left side of the screen where I'm shooting, and they also come over here on the right, as you can see. So, easy to do with 2, even easier with 3, but it is what it is. So, again, some more ads, regular drags, some cloaked vandals, and before long you'll have your captains that come out. No, I'm not sure where he came from. Whoa, lots of enemies. So, again, just kind of methodically work through these guys. Nothing too strenuous or difficult. Pop that super when you can. I'm not sure what that did right there. I think it took down his shield on that yellow knight, which is fine. I didn't realize he had a name, and I didn't catch it either. That's interesting. So he's almost done. And there you go. Now you've cleared that area. So pick up ammo, pick up any engrams that have dropped, and make your way to the. We'll make our way to the next area. A hand cannon there that we won't be equipping because this next area gets pretty hairy in terms of engaging from a long distance, but we check it out nonetheless. So we will want a sniper rifle for the next area so we can engage long distance. I'm just sort of checking out the specs here. 3-round magazine, just ridiculous, but we do need that ranged and that distance, so we will equip it. No better gear there, so we'll move forward. There's a little intermediary area here with some enemies right before you move on to the next part. Really nothing major to worry about. Just pick them off when you can, like so. Now there is a shielded captain up there hiding behind that pillar. A nice little surprise for anybody who gets a little too carefree, but nothing a rocket can't handle. Okay, so we are back in the strike. Moving along. What I'm gonna do is used to go up there right on that roof there until Bungie nerfed it, so to speak, and started adding captains that jump up there. But where we're gonna go for this strike is right down here underneath this little bridge area. It gives us a good vantage point for those adds on the right. It also gives us a good vantage point, as you'll see in a little bit, for that Devil Walker. I think I called it a spider tank, but against the Devil Walker there. So we're safe down here as long as we avoid the gun on top of the tank and avoid his giant cannon, which he just shot. So we're going to get some pot shots. There's where I was talking about, up on that top of that building there. There's some safe spots over where our other 2 fire team members are. I'm not a big fan of being over there. You can also go on the right, into the right side building, and shoot the tank from there. It's a pretty good idea if you just spread out, one on each side. You can get some really nice sniper rifle shots, as I'm doing right now. Those were the top turret shots I was talking about. See, and one of our teammates just died. You're just too susceptible and too open over there. I'm getting shot at from up top. But once that Devil Walker's front the face of it opens up is where you want to hit it in that kind of glowing red hot area. In the meantime, aim for its legs. There isn't any kind of headshot for this Devil Walker. You're really trying to just take out its legs. So I've got a pulse rifle here, not the best. Scout rifle would be best. Sniper rifles are even better, but I'm a little low on that ammo at the moment. So just be mindful of the ads over here to the right. You're gonna want to take those guys out when you can. Get a quick reload in here. I really like the rate of fire on this heavy machine gun. It allows you to be really accurate. So take those guys out. Looks like one of our teammates has crippled the walker there. Oh, we missed our opportunity. That's okay. So we'll reload. And we'll put some more shots in on that Devil Walker. There we go. Alright, so we've got him. Now, at this point, you probably think you're home free, but you're not. There's usually a guy up on top to the right who's sniping at you right now, and there's also these ads that come through this doorway. So you'll just want to take care of them. Nothing you can't handle. You just have to be ready for it. Alright, so now's the time to collect your ammo. Collect any orbs to get your super ready for the next area, which is the boss. So you'll just make your way through here, reload, make sure you're ready to go.
So this is the Devil's Lair.
Alright, so we'll clear ads right here. Clear ads on the left. Come in, clear ads on the right. Stay away from old Sepix there. Oh look, we got another bounty. Stay away from Sepix. If you get too close to him while he's in this state, he can injure you pretty good. So once you clear all those ads out, Sepix will engage, if you will. You will be able to do damage on him. Right now he's kind of immune to it until you clear out those ads. That guy popped his super way too quickly. That's alright. Okay, so we've killed the ads. Sepix is engaged. Now you're going to want to do damage in that little eye portion right there. You know you're getting a headshot or at least a critical hit when your numbers turn yellow. So, oh, missed shot. Poor aim. So hit right there. You want that little sweet spot right there. And again, you're seeing me a little higher light level than I normally would be because I'm having to stitch together some of this video and audio. So that sniper rifle is not quite what I went into this strike with when I began the video. A little bit better. So you can see we're not doing quite as much damage as we'd like to from back here. But again, trying to conserve that secondary ammo. Get your ammo when you can. Sepix does bounce around a bit. You do not want to be caught with him right on top of you. He will teleport right on top of you at times, depending on where you are on the map. And if he does, it's you're gonna have to get out of there quick because it's almost a guaranteed death. So, oh, nice grenade throw, if I do say so. So a ship comes in about this point. You're gonna want to prepare for a lot of ads. Pop in the super here. Get some grenades down on those ads. Oh, horrible grenade. Horrible grenade. And of course he disappears, so that last one was wasted too. Another bounty. Alright. again, that's what I was mentioning earlier. You want to pick up those bounties so that you really just don't even have to think about them. I don't know. Oh, I think I was trying to point out where he will spawn in on top of you at times. So fairly easy to dodge those purple shots from Sepix. Just you kind of just gotta have split vision here. Know where the ads are, know where the fire's coming from. Constantly be moving is at least my strategy at times. There was a good super by our buddy there. Switch to your heavy. Probably should have been doing that earlier. Oh, and he popped his Titan bubble right in front of my shots. Not helpful. That's okay. And see, I don't know where he is at this point, and I was lucky to get out of there. If you don't see him, best bet is just to jump out of wherever you are, because he's likely coming in to spawn right on top of you. And see, that guy just did not get out of the way quick enough, and he was smushed. So another ship was coming in. You just have to fend off those waves of ads. I think we get them right as I'm... Yeah, alright. So you can see I got some better rewards than I would have normally gotten had I completed this. And I'm pointing to you where the chest would have been. I'm actually going to cut to later on in this video. I'll cut to show you what that looks like and what it did look like when I finished it the first time. But make sure you come down there and pick up all of your rewards. You, buddy, you. Nice work. Do a little dance. And then I think I went to orbit. Yeah. Check out how we did. So again, this is when I completed the strike the second time. So you can see our light level is 13, which is not where it was when we started, of course. So here's the ending that really happened the first time I did it. So we killed Sepix. You see that green loot that I got, and then you go right down here, pick up that golden chest, and get that sparrow. And then as you can see, that's when we leveled up to 11. And yeah, that's what that looked like. Okay, so here we are as well, looking at what we got from the original strike that I did when we leveled up to character level 11. So here I am back in the tower, looking at our riches. So we'll turn in some bounty. Excuse me, we'll turn in one of our bounties. Just checking on the status of the rest of those bounties that we had. Looks like we unlocked some perks on the weapon that we had, our heavy. Check that out. It was a little too fast, but I think it was flinch less under fire. So ironically, or maybe not ironically, we finished that quest for Zavala, so he's going to give us our first piece of gear. And we will take some new boots and then exit out of these. I don't know why Bungie, again, has those available to such a low-level character, but so we'll break down those lower-leveled gear, and then here's what here is the part where we are kind of leveling up with Ikora for having increased our character level as well, I believe. Yeah, so now we're level 13. So this is what happened after I beat that strike the second time, and as you can see, we've made a bit more progress on our subclass, our Sunsinger subclass. So we've got the Touch of Flame, which is great, and we'll equip that. And it looks like we've got some engrams that we can go to the Cryptarch and have him decrypt from the second time around. Don't need to worry about, again, those quests from Zavala. So apologize for kind of stitching together these video clips, but I wanted you guys to see the walkthrough or the playthrough aspect of it. Unfortunately, I just kind of biffed it on recording the audio, so not a big deal. Well, it looks like we've got a pretty good rocket launcher. We'll take that mode of light, of course, and a new bond. So let's see what we got. Can't equip it, of course, which is a bummer because it's quite a bit more power. But we will equip that new bond. Super. Break that old one down. So yeah, that's what it looked like, and thanks for watching, and hopefully we'll get back on track with the patrols video. See you next time.